Well, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to our team Zoom. We're so excited to have you on here this evening. And we do this every Monday now, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, yada, yada. We have our team Zoom. And one of our big goals with this is just to have some special time together, time to connect and get to know each other a little bit better and just time to share what's going on with LifeVantage and with everybody's accomplishments and announcements and all. So we really love this time, and we're really glad that you took the time out to join us tonight. So thank you for that. I think everybody knows me, but in case somebody doesn't, my name is Julie White. I am an executive consultant from Pennsylvania. And so anyway, we are going to go ahead and get started. So first things first, I just was wondering if there's anybody on here that is a consultant and on here for their very first time. So are there any new people for their very first time tonight? Give a holler out if you know somebody that's on here for their first time. Okay, well then I guess we're all regulars, which is great. So thanks again for joining us. And we are going to do some recognition. We are going to recognize people's accomplishments, people reaching their goals and making a difference. So with that, I'm going to turn that time over to our beloved Debbie Packard. She is an amazing LifeVantage consultant, an amazing leader who has such a great heart to help everyone. And so Debbie, I'm still trying to learn these new names. She's a Pro 5, but I think it's an MC2. Is that right, Debbie?
That is right.
Okay. Go ahead, Debbie.
Thank you, Julie. I am just so honored to be here among you all. What an amazing group of people, and what an amazing time to be together for this purpose. So first of all, I just want to recognize you for being here. These team calls are such an important part of what we do and who we are, and just building the camaraderie of teamwork and learning from one another and showing up for these weekly meetings. So thank you, all of you, for being on here. Give yourself a hand. Yay. We do have some things that I want to recognize. First of all, I want to know if any of you reached that 3-in-1 goal in July. Did anyone get the 3-in-1 qualification? If you did, put 3-in-1 in the chat. Carol did. She just raised her hand. Way to go, Carol. Yay. Good job. Anyone else that you know of that? Oh, Renee got 3-in-1. Woo-hoo-hoo. Way to go, Renee. Nice job. We don't want her to be typing in the chat right now because she is driving along. But I'm glad you made that qualification. Well, this month at 3-in-1, maybe that'll be shared in the announcements. But man, this month 3-in-1 is an amazing opportunity. So I hope we're all working away at reaching that goal. I have it on some good authority here that Carla Joy is moving up. She's just having some great success in her team. Carla Joy, we are so proud of you. She's been reaching Emerald for the last couple months there, and her volume is working its way up. So we are really super proud of you and happy for the success of your team too. Jody Russell is doing an amazing job, and she shared with me that Cynthia Bryan, and I don't know if Cynthia is on the call tonight, but Cynthia is doing some great work and is planning a meeting coming up to really just draw in people and get some volume going, getting some momentum going in her team. So I'm really excited for Cynthia. Carol Roberts did the same thing this last weekend. Carol hosted a couple of different meetings in Topeka here, and we just had a phenomenal time. David Meisner, who's on our call tonight, was kind enough to drive over to Topeka and present at those meetings. And it was very exciting. And I hope to have more and more news that is resulting from those meetings for you as time moves forward. But I just want to, if you are here, it means you are active. It means you are engaged in the business, and that you intend to continue to do that. And so I just want to say to you all, kudos, congratulations. Way to go. Yay! And I'll turn it back to you, Julie.
Okay, thank you, Debbie. It's exciting to see people making 3 and 1 and reaching emerald and sapphire and diamond. Wow, that's that. Congratulations to all of you. And I also hope that all of you are registered for convention that's coming up so quickly. So if you're registered for convention, put a 1 in the chat. And if you haven't registered, we encourage you to go ahead. Okay, so with that, we're going to move on into the training part of our team Zoom here tonight. And we're really excited and we're honored and privileged to invite someone that's on our team to share with us tonight. And her name is Stephanie Keisman. I think most of you probably know her, but I'm going to just read a little bit of her background for those of you who don't. And she is a wife to the love of her life, Stuart, and she is a mom to 2 amazing sons. She has served or worked in Christian ministry for over 15 years, and she and Stuart have run several other small businesses along the way. Wedding photography, Airbnb rentals, car rentals, eBay resale, digital marketing, and network marketing through LifeVantage for the last 6 years. Stephanie is committed to helping moms find smart shortcuts to improve their health and create more wealth so they can thrive with their families. So Stephanie, you can see she has a beautiful heart. She's a beautiful gal, and we're thrilled that she's going to share with us tonight about how to make a good selfie. Is that right, Stephanie? Is that what your topic, you want to call your topic tonight?
Sure, that sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, I was thrilled when Debbie mentioned this to me and contacted you because I always I always hate selfies because, it always makes your face look all distorted. So I was thrilled to hear that you might have some tips for us tonight. So go ahead, Stephanie. And if you want to share your screen, you have privilege to do that as well.
Okay, I might do that here at the end. One of the questions I'm kind of curious about is how many people have iPhones and what types of iPhones you have, if you know. So if you want to put that in the chat, that'll just kind of give me an idea if there's certain things that we could do if most of us have iPhones that I'm not sure about with other types. So I see an iPhone 13, iPhone 7S, 12 Max. Okay. iPhone 10. Okay. So I'll go through the stuff that applies to everybody, but I'll also just touch on a few things that are specific, that I know are specific to iPhones. And hopefully, if you don't have an iPhone, you might have a way to kind of produce a similar effect with whatever phone you do have. And if you have an iPhone, but it's not one of the more recent versions, you may not be able to access some of these things, but again, we can still make do with a lot of it. So when you're taking a picture of yourself, first thing that is really important, but most of us forget it, is that you have to clean the lens. So the lens is located right by this little part of the, I don't know if I can easily switch I'm going to turn off the background so that it doesn't blur everything out. So the lens, you probably know, is right up here by the speaker or one of the speakers. And so you can use your shirt or some kind of, if you have like a lens cleaning cloth, that would be ideal because then it won't smudge. But really important to clean your lens. Otherwise, you're going to get a foggy picture with glow and a lot of the astigmatic blur in your photo. And then the next part, if you have an iPhone, and I don't remember which version they started doing this, but if you open up the camera function in your phone, check and see, well, first of all, turn it, click on that button that allows you to turn it to face yourself. And then if you have the option of going to portrait mode, Now, the older iPhones have this for the external camera, but they don't have it for the front-facing camera. So you may not have this option, and if you don't, that's okay, don't worry about it. But if you have portrait mode, turn it on. And that's going to allow you to take a picture that has a that allows you to blur the background in your photo. Now, one of the things that's probably the most important thing when you're taking a picture of any person or yourself is that you have an adequate light source on your face, because the most important thing really is to see that what's called a catch light in the eyes. And so what I think looks best is when you can face a window that doesn't have like direct sunlight in it, but has, you know, partially shaded light, or if the, like right now I have an east facing window. So it's got a lot of nice natural light on my face, but it's not harsh. So it's diffused light. And so if it's late where you are right now, like in Julie's case, you either wait until you have good natural light, or if you have another light source like a ring light, which you can get on Amazon for relatively cheap, or there's also phone ring lights that look like this. They're just little small things you can clip onto your phone. It doesn't do as good of a job as natural light, but it'll work if you're in a pinch. But you need to get light in your eyes because you want to see that reflection. That's what's most important. But I'll kind of show you with my computer. If I face my window like this, you can see how that light is just evenly diffused over my face. And it's much more pleasant than if I had the lens facing this way than the lights behind me. You don't want the light behind you. You want the light facing, you want to face the light. And then you can see in my eyes, you can see the light catch in my eyes. And so this is what you're going to do with your phone, is you're going to face the light source, and you're going to hold your phone as far away as you can extend your arm and still be able to touch the camera button, but you're going to raise it up just above eye level. Usually that's the most pleasing like angle. And if you prefer to tilt your head a little bit, that can slim your face if that's something that you want. Or you can look at it straight on, but just have the lens just slightly above eye level. And then just tilt your chin down just a tiny bit. And then when you feel comfortable, then you take your shot. And the great thing about having a selfie is that you can take it as many times as you need to until you're happy with the result, right? So you could experiment with moving the angle of your camera around a little bit and the angle of your head. And I know you might feel vain while you're doing this, but everyone feels better when they have a picture that they're proud of on their resume or their social media profiles. And so no one has to know except for us, because we're doing this together. No one needs to know that you're taking, 20 pictures of yourself to try and analyze what you think looks best. But it's good to hold that phone as far away from your face as you can, because if you have it up too close, it distorts your features. So it makes your nose look bigger, even if it's at an angle, or it makes your forehead look too big. So the further away that you can get it, typically the more natural it will look. There's also you will have to crop this once you take the picture, because you don't want your arm to show up in the final product of the picture. But so you've taken your picture, okay? And now I guess I didn't mention that if you have an iPhone that has that portrait lens, the front-facing portrait lens, you can experiment with your light before you even take the picture. So it's got a few features on there. One is called studio light, and one is called contour light. And you can experiment with those filters before you even take the picture. It's difficult for me to show you just because I'm connected. My phone is not connected to this Zoom meeting, but my computer is. But I've found that the studio light and the contour light give a nice like smoothness to the face um, without like altering how you look too much, but it just kind of like it's like you applied makeup and but it's not colored. It's just it kind of highlights certain like parts of your cheekbones and stuff. And so this even looks good on men, I think, with that filter. But once you've taken your picture, then you're going to open up your edit on your phone. So if you've got your picture, you should have an edit feature on your phone. And when you're in there, you know, everybody's looks a little bit different, but usually you have the ability to increase exposure, increase or decrease exposure, contrast. And most people are familiar with just playing with those different features to try and just achieve coloring and contrast that you think looks nice. But you also want to edit you want to crop your picture so that it's a good, so that you don't see your arm in the picture. And so that there's a little bit of space. Typically you want a little bit of head space on all sides, so that when you do the next step that I'm about to show you, you have a little bit of room to work with. So you don't want, typically, you don't want your head all the way, you don't want to crop off parts of your head in your photo. That makes sense. Okay, so once you have, well, first of all, does anybody have any questions at this point? We got clean the lens, we got face your light source, portrait mode on your phone if you have it for selfies. Talked about the angle and the height of the camera and how far away it should be. And then the basic edits that you can make with it once you've taken the photo. So then the last step that I would recommend if you don't have the iPhone features with the forward facing portrait camera is I would recommend taking that photo, and I'm going to try and share my screen now. Okay, so there's this website called Profile Picture Maker and pfpmaker.com. There's lots of different websites like this. This is just one that I've used before, but if you go to upload photo, so I took this one a couple days ago. But you upload the photo that you want to edit, and then what it will do is it will place it in a whole bunch of different backgrounds for you. It'll edit out whatever was in the background, and you can adjust the color if you want, but you could use this for your Facebook profile or really anything that requires you to have any kind of avatar. So even if you don't have a nice background or you feel like the background for your photo looks too busy, if you can bring your photo over to a free website like this, you can find a background that you think looks nice. I'm trying to find, I think I really like these ones that, I think if I go down a little bit further, I like these ones with all this is called bokeh right here with these nice backgrounds. I think these look really nice, but you can also, if you go to this feature right here, edit background, you can choose a color that you want. Like if I wanted like a pink background, you can choose whatever color you want and it'll change all of these other designs to that color. except for the ones that were like a bokeh picture background, those will stay the same. So this is one way that you can get a relatively professional looking photo, something that is really nice looking without having to pay for someone to take headshots of you. Although that would be, I mean, if you have the ability to do that, or you know a photographer, that's a great way to do it. But I know most of us, we're busy and we're looking for ways to be able to do this on our own. And so this is a great tool to be able to finish that. And then you can download it and then upload it to whatever social media profile that you have. So that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. I love that website too, and I love your tips, and but I had never seen a website like that, so that's really cool, giving you those options. Does anybody have any questions for Stephanie? I think we all
This isn't
learned
a question, but one thing that I have found is that it's hard for me sometimes to hold my phone far enough away and also be able to get my thumb or finger on the little dot that will take the
Yeah.
picture. And I have found that on my phone, I can, if I just push the volume button, which is up on the side of the phone, that
Okay.
will also, if I'm on selfie mode and I'm holding that phone away from me, I can just push this button on the side and it will snap the picture. So I'm not having to try to get my finger onto the screen.
Yeah.
So you might experiment with your own phone and just, or even just look it up, you know, list the phone that you have on your search window and find the way to, just an alternate way to snap a photo.
That's a great point. If you go into I'm sure any phone, like if you go into your settings in your apps, you can select which keys will trigger the camera to take a picture. And so I'm not sure. I should probably look. There's probably other ways of doing that that are already set up on an iPhone and I just don't even know. But like, what kind of phone do you have, Debbie?
Oh, I can't even tell you. It's a Samsung.
It's an
Yes,
Android.
okay.
It's an Android Samsung. Beyond that, I can't tell you.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
that's a
or you
great
could
point.
set it on timer too. I wonder if that would be
Yes.
an option, just to turn it on a timer to take several pictures. And then you have 10 seconds to kind of get yourself in position, and then it'll just start taking pictures of you, and you can kind of adjust between them if you want to take several options. That would be another way to not have to worry about. I mean, some of us, I'm sorry, but it's just not, it's a little awkward to try to think about all those things at one time. So if you're not having to
is.
think about clicking, then that helps.
I
Thank you,
agree.
Victoria, for laughing with me.
There's also really inexpensive selfie sticks or that are also like stands that you can get online that also come with like a remote that you can use to actually snap the picture. And so if that is your big challenge, just being able to either reach the button or just feel like stable, which I feel that often. I just sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to take the time to put my phone in a camera stand. But you can use a stand like this to achieve the same thing, and it'll give you more flexibility as to how far away you are from your phone, and you'd be able to be hands-free, and you can adjust the angle a little bit better.
Great. Yeah, that would be a great help also. Okay, well, we sure appreciate you, Stephanie. So
Yeah,
come on,
my pleasure.
hear all your tips and hear all about what all you've been doing. So that's great. Okay, anybody else have any comments or questions? All right, well, then I think we're going to move on. Thanks again, Stephanie. But Carol Roberts, she is an amazing LifeVantage consultant also. She is a diamond, guys, what we're all working towards. So We really love and appreciate Carol. She does so much for our team, and she's going to do some announcements for us. Carol, are you there?
I am here. Thank you, Julie. You're so sweet. I just love our team, and thank you so much, Stephanie. I did put my shut my video off and went over and to my natural light over there and was trying what you were suggesting. So thank you very much.
Did you notice that your
Um,
result was a lot different when you were at your window?
Yes, because my go-to is to sit right here, which that light is behind me. So yeah, that was great. That was awesome. I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. I'm just going to run through a couple of things. Tomorrow, okay, so first of all, we should be getting the Monday Momentum email. Not all of us do. And so thank you, Debbie, for forwarding that today. But I wanted to just let you know that tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain, Dr. John Jelinek is going to do, I think he's going to talk about invite. I think it was called Pitch Perfect. But he's just going to be talking about some inviting. So that might be something to really help grow your business. Then tomorrow night, you guys, Sarah Smith, I don't know if you guys remember when she was on our team call, but she is doing the opportunity meeting on the Facebook group, the LifeVantage Facebook group. So if you have or a prospect or a friend that you want to introduce, Sarah would be an amazing person to introduce LifeVantage through. And I think once she starts, you can just tag her in the thread and that will draw that person's attention. So also, we were talking a little bit before, building depth is coming up. It is not this weekend, it is next weekend, and it is in St. George. It is an amazing time, and that I will tell you is how I know Sarah. I've gotten to know her and Chris through building depth. So you build a lot of depth, but you build a lot of relationships as well. So if you have questions about that, ask Mark, ask Melissa, or ask myself, and we will give you information about that conference. Julie mentioned that Global Convention is coming up, and it'll be here before you know it. It is October 5th through 7th in San Antonio. So be sure that you're registered. Start getting your accommodations if you don't have them made already. Flights, if you're going to fly, however you're getting there. But it's time to start thinking about that and getting those things shored up. Also, just a local highlight in Parkville, Missouri, this weekend, we are going to have an LDA. And Johnny and Angie Wiebrock and Harvey Stutzman are putting that together. So I can only imagine this is going to be an amazing time of training and fellowship. So if you want those details, reach out to somebody in the Kansas City area. The information is on Signal as well. I'm just going to tell you that the hub is so amazing. If you can't find information that you're looking for, though, in the LV hub, then just reach out to your upline, your sponsor, a friend that you know is like on top of things, and get your questions answered. But there's a lot of training and a lot of good information there. And lastly, I'm going to just talk about the 3-in-1. It is, okay, so it's almost like somebody was listening from corporate when Krista said last week, I don't want another bag. They actually, that was the giveaway for this month, was the little sling bag, the branded sling bag. However, they are not doing that. They are going to give whoever reaches 3-in-1 this month, they are going to give you the brand new product that will be unveiled at Global. You will get first dibs. I don't know if they're going to swear whoever makes it to secrecy. I don't know. But if they don't, then you can, we can all share about what that new product is. But that is the incentive for this month is you get a sneak peek. They will send you the new product. So it is something to shoot for, might be worth if you feel like you are LifeVantage branded satchels out. Might be something really fun to shoot for this month. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Carolyn. Wow, that's a motivation, isn't it? Gee, the new product that ahead of time, that is incredible. So I think that's very, very motivating. Yes, well, thank you. So many good things going on LifeVantage. One of the other things that I heard recently is that they are really utilizing the Big Blue Calendar again. That's bigbluecalendar.com, and everything's going to be listed on there. So if you have trouble finding out where something is or what's going on, you can always cue into bigbluecalendar.com. And for local meetings, if you're having a local meeting, you can also post it in there so that other people will be aware and can come. So this has been a great night tonight. I appreciate everyone's involvement. Is there anybody else that has something that they'd like to share or comment or question or anything?
Yes, I just want to mention that Darlene East is on tonight. I know that she's been on periodically, but she is planning on coming to St. George and Global. So we're really excited to launch her business soon. So we're looking forward to that.
Awesome.
So Darlene.
Hi, Darlene. Welcome, welcome. We're glad you're here.
That's
Okay.
awesome, Mai. Hi, Darlene.
She's in Oregon.
Oh, she's not
Wow.
on tonight.
No, she is on. She lives in
Okay.
Oregon.
Cool.
Wow. Incredible. Great.
Nice.
Anybody else?
I want to congratulate Victoria for not only signing up for Global, but she has her accommodations already in check. And I'm not sure if they're on because they're getting ready for a prospect to jump on the Smallix opportunity Zoom at the top of the hour. But Thomas and Carla Jordan, even though I said I wouldn't be available today because I was going to be I had a doctor's appointment 2.5 hours away, and I was going to be driving. That didn't deter them, and they welcomed a new consultant. We did a 3-way about an hour ago. So I want to congratulate them on their new consultant.
Awesome. That's awesome, Victoria. We're so happy for you guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Renee.
I just want to say I'm going to try to get 3-in-1.
All right, Krista. Good to
Me
see you
too.
guys.
I'm going to get it.
Me
You are, David?
too.
Okay, David, if you're going to get it, then I'm going to get it.
All right, let's do it.
How close are you?
I've got one customer. One said she's going to. So that means I need to get another customer and a consultant.
Okay, I have one customer and one consultant, so I have to get 2 customers.
Nice.
have
Do I
2
get
customers.
Truman if I get it?
Do what?
Do I get Truman if I get the 3-in-1?
You can have Truman. He'll just come out to your house.
No, we don't need another dog.
Is it a race? I don't know if it's a race. What do you get if you're the first one on Team Life Tree to reach 3-in-1?
Yes. Okay.
Kudos.
That's a good idea. David, you have to give me some of your Axio if I beat you.
There you go.
Some of my Axio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. And if you beat me, I'll give you some of my Axio.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Are you talking about a new Axio?
No.
No.
I think I've caught a couple of grapefruit left, Krista.
Oh.
Wow.
You should just give those to me anyway, David. Even if you beat me.
You'll get them if you beat me.
All this to say, I think I may run an incentive and try to get those 2 customers in because I don't know. I'm so motivated by the product giveaway.
Me too.
And that I will say something, maybe offer a little incentive if I can get 2 more customers in. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to.
Krista, give us an idea of a good incentive.
I'll probably look to see if I have anything like an extra hand cream or maybe 10 packs of Axio that I could just mail to someone. Something to just give people a little bit, I don't know, of an incentive. So that they'll go, okay, I'm going to do it this month. I mean, there's already this great incentive with the Rise and Reset. So if I can add to that a little bit more, maybe they'll just bite the bullet and go for it this time. So I'll probably, you guys can watch on social media and see what I do. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out tonight.
There you go. You know, I'm glad you brought up that rise and reset, because that is a great opportunity for this month. And, you know, people having $150 order, getting that for free, and then for the rest of the year, being able to get it for 50% off is incredible. So Joanna has already had a new customer that qualified for that and already received it. And so that is really awesome. And my understanding is that we can also, as consultants, put it on our order and, you know, get that 50% off for the rest of the year. So that's an incredible opportunity with those great new products that are helping people get those micronutrients, helping people sleep better. We especially love that reset at night. It just helps you relax and have a better, deeper sleep. So anybody else have a story or anything about the AM, PM or anything else? We have just, I guess we're almost out of time here, but.
I just want to say that I have been ordering the Rise because I don't always have trouble. I hardly ever have trouble sleeping. So I have been getting the Rise. But during this promotion, it's cheaper for me to order the Duo and get it half price than it is to order that one Rise bottle at full price. So starting in August, I'm going to be getting the Duo for the rest of the year, and I probably will not be able to stop. Once I get to through December, I'll be spoiled by then by that Duo. But if you have customers who are ordering just one or the other, you might mention that it's cheaper to order the pair half price than to order just the Rise on its own.
Right, and the PM is also not just for sleep. That's just one of the benefits, because it has all those micronutrients that your body needs at night, which I love that. So, okay, well, we're going to wrap this up here tonight. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you can all join again next week. Next week, we have Carol is going to be heading that up with compliance. Rain from compliance is going to be joining us. And then the last Monday of the month is really a big deal. So you got to get this on your calendar because it's a little different. At an hour before our team Zoom, we have a great executive consultant who's going to be doing an opportunity presentation for us to invite guests to. And his name is John Gardner. He's fantastic. He has a great story, and you know, your guests will love it. He does a great job. And so he's going to be on an hour before our team Zoom, and then our team Zoom will be following at our regular time. All right, guys. Well, we love you all. We love and appreciate you. We hope you have a great rest of the week, and we hope everybody gets the 3-in-1. All right, guys.
Yay. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Stephanie. That was amazing.
Thanks again, Stephanie. Bye-bye.